So day five is routine. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure what to do with this. I mean, I have a routine during the day, you know, at home, home routine, and things I do before I do anything else. Craft-wise, yeah, I guess I do have a routine of sorts. Certainly if I collage, I have a routine. I generally start with 3 pieces of background and then build up on that. So, yeah, I'm kind of using that as a starting point for my page today. But I also want to use this. I bought these beautiful images of animals. They are just gorgeous. And I was playing around on the computer over Christmas and I've put together a tag, bits and bobs for a tag. So I'm going to cut this out and I'll come back. And I'm thinking that I'm going to use this, make a pocket on this page using collage and then pop in a tag. Yep. Be quite a big tag for that page, but that's fair enough. So I'll turn the camera off now and I'll go away and trim this out. Be back soon. Okay, so I've cut all the pieces out and I don't think I'm going to use that one. The smaller one I will definitely use. I've cut it in half and I'm going to use one half and the other half I've cut 2 circles using a circle punch, and I'm going to use those as reinforcers. So I might put that out of the way and all these odd little bits over here. Okay, I've got a little dish here. I keep all those bits in, so hopefully I don't lose them on the desk. Oh. And I actually started working out how I'm going to organise my pocket. I don't want to really cover this page too much because I avocado dyed it, and one of my paper doilies was avocado dyed as well on top of the paper, and it's left a lovely impression there. So I want to use that on the page. This is a little bit of tissue that I've spritzed with some oxide ink, and these are 3 pieces of scrap paper. Again, these 2 I've made up using inks and sprays. You might see that centre one's got a bit of a shine, and this is a bit of digital paper. So that's my 3. I generally start with 3 and I'm going to add this piece on the end here just to carry my pocket across. Okay, so I also made this, a nice tissue paper ruffle, so I'm going to leave that there. I'm thinking of adding that to the side of this tag. We'll see. Okay, so what I want is my glue stick. This is a pretty easy page, really. As I say, trying desperately to keep them a little bit easier this time around. That was clearly done on an envelope. There's the inside. And we'll trim along that bottom a little bit. Not worried if it's not perfectly straight, to be honest. I've doubled that to give it a bit more heft. I mean, it is quite light, but basically my tag will just slot in like so. So that's that. Let's do a bit of light inking down this side. Oops. Okay, so you can see it hasn't covered that up too much, so I'm quite happy about that. Okay, so that will be my pocket, but I want to decorate the front of my pocket. And I was thinking these pieces, oops, right way around. And what I've done is, I'm going to have to do a bit more work on that end, but what I've done is scrunched up the edge of the paper. I tore it anyway, I didn't cut it. So scrunch it up and ink it. Just gives you a bit of a fluffy edge, which I quite like. This isn't particularly a vintage page, it's quite a modern page, but you know, just adding the inking and the scratching up of edges helps. And I'm thinking this will sit here. And onto that, I'm going to use this image, which I've already inked up. And maybe even, what have I done with that? I've got a number 5 somewhere. Oh, here it is. I'll maybe put that on there too. Like that. Okay, so we'll decorate this over here. Sorry about that, my camera battery just said it was full, so I had to stop for a moment. And what I've done is I've put those 3 pieces, I'm calling those 3 pieces on there. Just need a bit more glue here. That's better. And I've got this little scrap that I think it's just packing paper that's been coffee stained and stamped on. So I'm going to add that over the top here. That'll just make that a bit higher on the page. So we'll use the art glitter glue, I think. There we go. And it's nice and crinkly. It's not perfectly straight, which is good. Let me just roll that back the other way. And ink that. There we go. So that's our pocket completed. We'll put that, ink that and get it on the page before I keep adding more. I started with 3 pieces of scrap paper, but I think I've ended up with about 5. It's quite nice to go uneven numbers, I think. I don't know why. I think it's back to my quilting days. Right. There we go. And that sits there on the bottom of the page. So that's our pocket. We'll pop that up here out of the way. This is the tag. And what I was thinking was I would add this down this side. So 1/2 peeks out. What do you reckon? Yeah, I'm going to go for it. No messing around. stick with what I said, no fuss. Okay. Go. That's quite good. Look at that. I've obviously cut it a couple of times. Ooh, nice. At different points. Oh gosh, more loose threads. Let's get rid of those. Let's stick those down. I don't mind them at the bottom, but I don't want them at the top. Stay there. Okay. So this is the front of the tag, and this has got, I've inked it, but it's actually an inked portion on the page. Yep. And I'll use the art glitter glue to close this over. Glue it together, that way I know it will stay closed. We might put an extra bit down here to allow for the ruffle. That should do it. Close it over, press it down well. Where's my... Here we go. Let's use that just to be sure. Trim that across the bottom. Put that piece there for another time. There we go. Now I might take this to the machine and stitch all round. Oh gosh, look at all this. Scissors are a bit gunked up. Okay, so I'm going to the machine. I will sew all around and I will be right back. Okay, so there it is stitched. I've left some thread hanging off the end. But what I realised was I wanted to add this bit of script up here as the only real decoration underneath our ratty friend. Let me just... Okay. So what I'll do is I'll put these on first, kind of central. And then this will sit here and wrap it round, I think. Yep. Do that. Might use the art glitter glue for this because I printed this on 160 paper, so it's reasonably sturdy. Of course the tag is doubled over anyway, so that makes that quite sturdy. Okay. So where's that brayer? There we go. So I will run that stitching down there back in a flash. There we go, I'm happy with that. I managed to marry that line up so that it doesn't look so obvious. Just use my bone folder to press the back stitching down. I'm debating whether or not to... normally what I would do is put something stiffer behind this card to raise it up, but because it's going into this little journal, yeah, I think I might just leave it as is. So let's get the art glitter glue out. I've already inked around the edges. Add a bit of glue all the way around. There he is. Too cute. I just think they're such beautiful images. Be wonderful for a kiddie's journal, you know, a birth journal or something. Just love them. Right, let's punch a hole in the top. Let's see if I can get that reasonably central. Whoops, not that one. There we go. I'm going to put one on the back as well. Doesn't matter if the back isn't perfect, but we will try. Oh. Far from perfect, never mind. Okay, so that's that. Now, I've got a little, here we are. Pop one of those in. Yep, done. I thought the other bits, I've got a couple of bits here. So this tag I've crumpled up a little bit and inked it, like so. And I'll stick that on the back. And we might put these here. There we go. And I need something to go in here. Why not use it up? Actually, no, you know what I've got here? If I can get that to go through, I think that would be better. Yep. Perfect. We'll tie a knot at the end as well. There we go. Trim that off. Right. Now, I did have this umbrella. I think I might pop that there. Yeah, why not? We're going for broke. And our tag slots in here. And that just leaves a prompt. And I think we'll put that right up here. Okay. So there we go, prompt number 5, routine. And it's all about, for me, my routine when crafting. With collage, start with 3 good pieces and just add. I try and do things in 3s. Sometimes I add more. Generally it will be an odd number, in this instance 5. Thanks so much for calling past. I'll see you next time. Bye.